Hello everyone, and thank you for taking your time to look at this demo. What we want to do today is give you a very quick and brief overview of what the HP product Quick Test Professional is all about and how does it work for uh, various of our testing needs in the automation world. What I'm going to do is show you how the basic level of testing automation is performed on the Quick Test Professional tool, after which we will go into why the tool is used, a little more theory about the marketability of the tool and the importance in today's corporate world. Once you have downloaded the Quick Test Professional onto your system, you could do a trial version, or if you have a license, you could use a licensed version. HP typically gives you a 14 days trial version to make sure that you get a good chance to be able to evaluate the tool. When you open the application, you will look at a screen something like this. Now, I know there are a lot of features here, so it is okay. Don't be confused. What we would do as part of the overall course is learn each and every functionality and feature of this tool and how we could apply it at our workplace. To give a brief overview of what these few sections mean, when you open a new test, what you would see is a test flow to the left side. You would see a script being generated in this part of the window. And you would see some of the features like data table and active screens out here. But more importantly, all the features that we use to automate using QTP, you would see in the menu bar. The two most important features without which QTP wouldn't have been a successful tool is the ability to record specific steps that we show QTP and to instruct QTP to run those steps again for different sets of data, different sets of parameter, and multiple times. So you record and program the QTP scripts once, and you can instruct QTP to run it, reuse it multiple times. The other thing is called something as an object repository or objects. Everything that QTP does is on objects. Without objects, there wouldn't be a successful tool like QTP. So objects is almost like the building blocks of this tool. Today we will look at how we could do a simple automation of a web-based application and a Windows-based application. Just to give you an overview of how the tool performs. Let's say I start off with a Windows application. First thing I do is I open a new test. When I say new test, this is what typically you would see. You could customize the view as you want. After which I go to the automation on my menu bar and click on record and run settings. Once I click there, I have options. Either I can test on a web or a Windows application. Any website or internet address that you open using a browser comes under web application. Everything that happens on the internet with a browser comes under the web application side. Any software or any utility tools like Microsoft Word, Excel, calculator, or different other downloaded versions of tools that you use comes under Windows application. Now let's quickly look at how we could test a simple application on the web. To do that, I'm going to enable for today's class. I will instruct QTP to open google.com and do a specific recording. Each of these features and how they're used, you will learn as we go along in the class. Before I start my record, let us see what I want to do with QTP. What I want to test rather. I want Quick Test Professional to test if the Google search feature is working. To do that, I'll say I want to enter a search term. After I enter a search term, I want to see if the Google search button is working. This is a very simple test. Now you could do various other tests like, are all these links working? Are the results being displayed as it is supposed to be? And can we do this for different variables, like now we used Halloween, we want to search for different search terms, or is it causing any error? But right now we will only search for one term and see how it works. Now I go back to QTP. I had already gone to the record and run settings and said we will do a recording on google.com. So when I say record, it will open my Microsoft Internet Explorer and go to the website google.com. I have to make sure that I don't have any browsers open when I start my record. Now I click on record. The first thing it would do, now it is everything that is doing, it is doing it automatically. It has opened the browser for me out here. All right. Here is my browser and here is my Quick Test Professional application. And out here you can see something called as recording. So it is currently recording. Whatever we try and do, it will record out here. So let's say I hit Halloween. See, when I clicked on Halloween and I finished that step, it generated a set of code out here. Now I can go and click on Google search. When I clicked on Google search, it again generated another line of code. And I can then say, let's say advanced search. And it is displayed the page advanced search for me. I can now close the browser and say stop recording. So what this did is it generated 5 lines of code for me. Now I can ask Quick Test Professional, hey, can you do the same thing again? What I just did, can you recorded it, now let's see how it works. So then you click on run. This is an important feature we will learn later, but for now I'll say when the results which are generated, put it in a temporary folder because I will not use it. So I'll say OK. As it executes, there's a yellow arrow which moves across the code and you would see the operation being done on the website. I'm not doing anything. It is QTP which is doing it. So it has performed those operations. Now I know it has searched for Halloween, but let's say I want it to search for a different term. Let's say Obama. Will it do the same thing? When I recorded, it generated a script. Instead of Halloween, I'm saying Obama. So let's see how it works now. I'm going to restore. Obama. See, now you can see Obama being done and it is closing. What if I want to go step by step? It is probably going too fast, so I will ask Quick Test Professional to do one by one. So I'll say step into. It is similar to run, but it will do one line after the other. The first thing, it opens the browser. Once it opens the browser, it will ask me to do the next step. And I'll click on F11, which is same like step into. We hit Obama. That is what it did. And it is typed Obama here. The next step is click on the Google search. I click on F11, it will click on Google search. Now it is displayed here. Now click on advanced search. It's clicked on advanced search. Now it has come to this side. Now I'll say close. So how does QTP work this way? As I told you, 2 most important features are 1, record and playback. Second is object repository or objects. Every time you record something, QTP automatically understands and reads what are the objects we worked on.